Finucane's added leadership and grunt. McInnes, the versatility and the toughness. They've got the best defensive record in the NRL. 8 tries they've conceded this year, but it is their attack. It boasts 11 more tries than the Tigers, and it's all about this man, the guile and the creativity of Nicho Hynes. He wears that number 7 with aplomb. He's only new as a permanent number 7 at NRL level. But Andrew, you've spoken about how Hynes gives early ball to his outside man. Talakai, the man you highlighted pre-game, there's been no better beneficiary of Hynes' style than him. He's been rampant.
You just can't tackle him. Look at him. He's built like a fridge. Just incredibly powerful. Guys with that low centre of gravity, they are so hard to tackle. And in the mood Talakai's in, just watch him explode today.
Well, the numbers don't make pretty ready for the West Tigers. Is today the day? Can they get some of the pressure off of them? Taken in the in goal by Madden, and back comes Zane Musgrove. And the Tigers visit the Shire on Sunday afternoon. The Bermuda Triangle of rugby league grounds. Strange things happen. It would be strange if the Tigers could buck the trend here. Joe Offhand-Gowie now. Straight into some solid defence. Nakora, he's been good in the last couple of weeks. And Finucane, who else? He's up there as well. Now, Tuolangi, Kelma Tuolangi. And now Tamo, who's got the captaincy again this afternoon. That was his role permanently last year. He's part of that 5-man rotation this season. The ball sent for a Jock Madden high kick. He bombs away early on, and Kennedy, a fine fullback he has become. 3 tries in 2 games against the West Tigers, and a couple of tries for Will this year. The reigning Sharks player of the year. Now Ramian. Nice late offload, and look at this, Hynes already scampering. And tackled on the halfway line. Secured there by Musgrove, and Ramian wants some more of the action. Picks up 8 metres or so. And Tamo is there. Now Brayley for Finucane, for Hamlin Ueli. A good one-on-one tackle. In fact, down low there was Jacob Little, filling the hooking responsibility this afternoon. Now, Tuolangi's made a play at that off the leg, and the tackle count has been restarted. So Ramian, who just flicks off Jacob Little, and he's tackled here by Tuolangi and Musgrove. They conceded 13 tries in their opening 4 games, this West Tigers outfit, which isn't all that bad when you compare it to last year, but they're being tested early on here with Brayley linking up with Hynes, and they're inside the 10.
6 more!
Oh, another set restart. Musgrove too slow off that time. Away to Toby Rudolph. He bumped off one. He's got 3 Tigers right around him. Little is there. And so's Toa. A burrow here. A dummy. They all bought it, but he's held up. He's been held up there, Brayley.
There's a head clash there. Toby Rudolph.
Tackle 2.
It was Offhand-Gowie came together. Dummy half here, Brayley goes over, but well defended. You get under him and turn him. They look slick, the Sharks, don't they?
So it is Stafford Toa playing at fullback, and that was a try-saving effort from him. They go right through Hynes and out to Kennedy, and here's Nakora. Tries the in and away, but good defence out there. Madden part of that. It was Gildart, actually. Oh, dear, not a great ball. They've made a mistake. And Nicho Hynes not happy with the delivery from dummy half there.
Middle scrum! Middle!
You see when those outside backs go into dummy half, you can see during their career they don't pass from dummy half too much. That was awful.
He most surely should have recognised that, Nicho. Not a bad way to start for the Tigers. Gave up a penalty, 6 again. Saved a couple of tries and forced an error.
Billy, what a beautiful afternoon. Sunday footy in Sydney. How good is it?
Yeah, thanks, Matt. It is absolutely gorgeous down here on ground level. It's 24 degrees, clear. There's a slight breeze coming across from the east, so it's not really favouring anyone. If anything, it's behind the Tigers slightly, but great to see the Tigers competing early in this game.
Well, you can't see a Tigers jumper anywhere, can you? It's black, white and blue as far as the eye can see. Look at the hill, what a sight. Sydney due for some pleasant Sunday weather, and it's delivered in spades today. It's Musgrove playing it. Little, Joe offhand Gowie. Finucane wrapping him up with Hamlin Ueli. They get to the last play. And a low kick by Brooks in over the top of the winger, and he's happy to find the sideline with it.
Yeah, nice set of 6. Nice kick by Luke Brooks. Had plenty of pressure on him from Blake Brayley. Just settling his team into the game. Bit of old school finding touch. It used to be a huge play, finding touch.
Well, no scrum anymore, of course, so that's a play the ball now, and Cronulla take it to the middle of the ground.
Well, the rules used to be you had loose heads and different teams fed the ball.
It was a lifetime ago.
Bringing that back in.
A loose head and feed. Teague Wilton. He's done a good job in the absence of Wade Graham.
You haven't seen too much of Teague. Watching closely, start of the year. He's a really good player.
Now Hamlin Ueli runs hard with Little there. A legs tackle helping to bring him to ground with Tamo and offhand Gowie as well. They go to Finucane. He looked out towards Rudolph, but runs it himself. And Hines with plenty of time to kick here. Nakora after it, so too Ravian and Katoa. They fly, and Mamalo with a solid take.
Stand now, Toby Holt.
On the eastern side of the ground, PointsBet Stadium or Shark Park or Caltex Field or Endeavour or whatever you want to call it. Ronson.
Great
Remondis.
tackle.
There's been a few, but whatever name you like, Cronulla are so hard to beat here. You wait for 6 weeks or so when it's howling wind and pouring rain on a freezing Friday or Saturday night. So the penalty here and a relieving one as Madden bangs it for the sideline.
They'd love to score points here, the Tigers, and get some confidence.
Leilua.
He's the key. Leilua is the key on his right side.
Madden out and Tamo runs back towards the markers. Wilton there. And they didn't put him to ground, so he played it quickly there, the veteran front rower. Now offhand Gow into the line with Madden and a good tackle there to Alangi at pace. But Hines with the legs tackle, but this is good here from the Tigers. Off the back of the penalty, they've generated some momentum and they're at the right end of the ground. 4th tackle here, they work it right. Here's Brooks, flat pass. Oh, it was forward. It was a forward pass. Well, David Noffaluma's cranky out here on the wing. He could see something building there.
Scrum, where do you want it? Blake, middle.
Yeah, well, the Sharks on the edges, when one goes in, they all go in. You see Ronaldo Mulatalo start to turn his shoulders. It's going to be a tricky one for Stafford Toll, the fullback. When they move the ball to the left-hand side then to Tuolangi,
Okay, guys,
you can see the Sharks' defence come up past the ball. If you can just get in that space, just on his outside. Just needs to find the outside of those 2 back rowers. They're always poking their head through the line.
Tight there, hold the weight. Break! Stafford, not too early.
They're both leaving the club, believe it or not. Leilua and Tuolangi. Now Brayley. Impressive start to the campaign for Blake Brayley. And tackle made by big Ken Mamalo. He's all strapped up again, Kenny. You put him in at the Newcastle Trots, Joey, with all that gear on him. Now Hines working with Moylan and Kennedy. Here's the big unit, Talakai, 221 running metres, 17 tackle breaks last week. And the one-handed scoop and run by Mulatalo to Moylan. Oh, that was a good tackle. They were appealing that he lost the ball into Musgrove, but the referee didn't agree with that. Hines pops up a kick. Mulatalo's after it. They put it down. And it's picked up here by Rudolph. And surely they score, they do. It's a try here, and it's a Britton Nakora off a A bad drop ball at the back.
James Tarmo, the captain, is appealing to the referee about something. I don't know what, but confident.
James, just settle for a sec. Settle for a sec. Get your breath. I'll talk to you.
But Stafford Toa, one of his first touches of the ball. Ball goes up just and up and under. Isuzu D-Max replay, and he just spills his lollies. That was a worrying sign for his first touch. Stafford Toa. This takes his eyes off the ball.
And once he's dropped the ball, Mulatalo is quite legal to go in there and finish the tackle. Britton Okora just cleaning up the scraps.
What was Tarmo appealing for?
Something further down the field, he said. He thought it must have been a decision the referee made, held the Tigers back from holding them down further in the field. But Billy?
Yeah, Stafford Toa, he just hesitated a little bit, didn't want to get into that drop zone and aggressive up into the ball, and the pressure just got to him. And Britton Okora, well, he's under the post. Great start from the Sharks.
Billy, do you tell fullbacks to jump? That way they're protected.
If you can jump, jump. That was a jumpable catch, and he just needed to back himself and be confident with his catch. And you've got the advantage when the ball's coming towards you.
Yeah, good point.
Well, James Tarmo was in front, so he was put off more by his own players than the Sharks players. Ronaldo Mulatalo could barely get through. But one thing we were talking about the other night was you've got to keep moving your feet. And his feet got planted. There they are. The spirit fingers.
So Hines from right in front. Sharks with the early lead here in Sunday footy in the Shire. And Brooks to resume. And back comes Hamlin Ueli. Maybe the unmentioned element of this Nico Hines form is Matt Moylan's form. He seems like he's really picked up on the back of that. And a couple of weeks ago down in Wollongong in the wet, they were dynamite together, weren't they?
Yeah, I spoke to Craig Fitzgibbon in the off-season about the two halves, how they're going. He said, mate, they're flying. See them at training, they're whizzing around, they're playing together. He said it's a joy to watch. Must be so satisfying seeing these two the way they've worked together. Only played, 4 or 5 games together.
Yeah. Here's Rudolph now, so Stafford Toa might be about to receive another one. Up she goes. It's towards Nofaluma's side of the ground. And he's dropped it. Well, that doesn't happen normally. Nofaluma shells it, and Talakai's got the ball back.
I was going to say they should put Nofaluma back to fullback. Maybe not.
Might be Kenny Mamalo if it's process of elimination. Away goes Mulatalo. Gee. Talk about make life difficult for yourselves. The Tigers really under the pump here. Finucane nearly slips out. Oh, he tried to put a pass away, and he lost it forward. So a stroke of luck there for the Tigers, and a much-needed one.
That's a shame. I think the one thing that's been really positive about watching Dale Finucane, he's been passing the ball, and I think they've signed Finucane for 4 to 5 years, and if he played like he did at Melbourne, I don't think he'd last that long, but I've enjoyed watching him move the ball, and it's only pretty new to him. He's been doing a good job.
Here's the English international, Oliver Gildart. Offhand Gowie. Now Nofaluma infield. And the ball finds its way out to Garner, who is normally in the back row, but because of the lorry emission, has started at centre. Now offhand Gowie. They stack the short side. Madden. With a kick to test out Kennedy. Oh, good catch, Will Kennedy.
He attacked the ball. Never took his eyes off the ball and just backed himself. Great take.
Now Ronaldo Mulatalo. So it's 6 tries in 6 games here at home in the Shire.
That's how you do it.
And Hines is going to go to Katoa here. Blinding pace. Shut down there in the tackle of Gildart. Now Hines wants to run. Slips an offload away to Nakora. And now the skipper Finucane. No pass about him there. Tackled right in the centre of the ground, and Moylan now. I think Billy pointed to that breeze slightly favouring the Tigers. That kick illustration of that. Moylan gave it a good thump and it just held up in the breeze. Toa with the clean take that time. And David Nofaluma haven't won down here at PointsBet Stadium since 2014, the West Tigers. Indeed, only one win in their last 8 against Cronulla. Madden now for Leilua, who targets Moylan, but Wilton comes over to help.
3-man overlap there. The ball had to go.
And Brooks, he pinged that off the boot. Oh! Kennedy's fallen over and it's bounced over his head and gone dead.
Wait.
Well, with only 15 minutes gone.
Tigers got their backs turned here, and Kennedy, they didn't realise Kennedy was sprinting back to start again. Sorry, Brad.
Well, they haven't panicked, the Tigers. They haven't really had much go their way either, so who knows, things might turn. Big set of 6 of defence here for them.
And Talakai tackled hard by Garner.
What's your mood, Kelma? Hold, James, hold.
Finucane to Rudolph to Hines and Kennedy, and lovely ball movement. Ramian gets it back. They might come the other way now. Kennedy looks for someone to run through a hole and Moylan puts it down. The pass was behind him.
They're just forcing the issue a little bit here, the Sharks. Probably seeing too much. It's Leilua.
Oh, nice little pass there. Leilua slips it away to Stafford Toa. And here's Kenny. Oh. Really?
Well,
what do you call this place? Bermuda Triangle?
it is.
Well, that's Augustus trademark, that.
What happened then?
Well, Ken come flying in off the wing and jogged onto the ball. Got dominated, and when they played the ball, Jacob Little, is it Jacob Little?
Yeah.
I think
Jacob
his
Little
knee.
just slipped out of his
We
hands.
see a replay there. The knee actually knocks the ball out of his hands. His right knee.
His own knee.
His own knee knocks the ball out of his hands. Billy Slater.
Bill, you there?
Got me, guys?
Yes, loud and clear.
Really important time for the Tigers here. 16 minutes into the game. You can see a little bit of fatigue coming into it as Nico Hines comes down this left
good
side.
good ball, Mulatalo. He's got 4 Tigers after him. Ronaldo Mulatalo beats them all.
Grounding, yeah, I think he holds it.
Well, that was all Nico Hines. A simple scrum win. He got the ball early and just started skipping off his right foot. Ronaldo Mulatalo just gave him some space. It was just always going to be about the timing. Nofaluma looked in, and Stafford Toa out of position.
Does the foot go out here, Freddie? Just watch the foot. Horrible defence. By Zuzu MUX replay, 3-on-3. There's no way in the world he should get away then. Billy.
Now, well, this happened right in front of us down here, and Mulatalo, he just streaks down the sideline. But if you see Nico Hines, he skips across and he goes across. They're going to have a look at the touchline here.
For the touchline.
Yeah, I'm sure the...
I thought it was Toa's foot.
No, I'm sure the boot. You saw the white boot. I'm sure it goes out. It skims right there.
No try.
Ronaldo Mulatala's left foot comes in contact with the touchline before grounding. We have a decision.
Well, there's that bit of luck we're talking about.
But that defence of the scrum, that was terrible. 3 attackers, 3 defenders. There's no way in the world they should get away there.
Play the ball middle.
Really poor defence from the Tigers.
Play the ball, guys.
Mulatalo, what a player he is.
Isn't he?
Last week against the Knights, the Sharks outside backs, Katoa, Ramian, Talakai, Mulatalo absolutely destroyed the Knights. They all ran for over 200 metres.
Once he plays it, there's no tackle here. The next one's one.
There's your the camera there, Freddie.
Wait for it, guys.
Corner
Not
kick.
before. Not before. Use your foot. Together, Sharks, and lock in.
So Kenny
Ho!
Mamalo, he's one of those athletes. He goes, oh, there, how about that? What a tackle. What a tackle. Now,
We'll be having a look at this.
yeah, well,
If
Tulagi,
shoulder on head here,
James, let's not do that.
something's hit him in the head.
there's something has, because he's not well at all. Now, the initial thought from up
Give him
here
space,
was it was
guys, give him
okay,
space, eh?
maybe a head clash, but
No, the shoulder.
let's see.
It looks like it's hit him under the
Give him
chin.
space. Ken.
Or was it a head clash?
Fellas, no good arguing with each other. Time's off. They'll review it. Let's give him space. Let's give him space. Ken, come on. Yeah.
That's not the angle. So the bunker will have all the available angles. If it is a shoulder,
It's just
Well, it's Sin
Hamlin
Bin.
Ueli could be. Well, it could be in real strife.
Well, the Junior Paulo one from last night.
Yeah, it's at least sin bin.
Okay.
If it is a shoulder,
Yeah. Righto, Braden.
all right.
It'll be a sin bin.
So we'll start at 10 minutes and let's see if we work up from there.
No, it's been ruled high. It's on report, guys. On report.
Wow, he's got away with it.
I got told shoulder, yeah.
Well, how come he stays on and
what?
Junior Paulo went sin bin?
Oh, there's no point in me watching it. They got all the angles. James, penalty.
Well, the right arm
Is it
comes
right?
around after the initial contact.
Yeah, you got one
If
on.
that is a shoulder charge, they've ruled it's a shoulder charge. So
They
if
didn't
that
say
is a
shoulder charge.
No, high contact.
High contact.
So the right arm actually comes around and collects Tuolangi on the chin.
On his foot, guys.
That was after the main contact.
The referee said shoulder.
No, he said high contact.
All right.
Shoulder charges, you're in sin bin, you got 2 weeks automatically just about.
Let's hope Tuolangi can get back out there for the West Tigers. Played there by Musgrove over the halfway now, off Hangowie. From Madden and Brooks. And here's Gildart. It's like they watched them train over there with that set piece. Sharkies jumpers right across the park there. Brooks for Joel Pangawi.
Move together.
Finucane and Hamlin Ueli part of the tackle. Just outside the 30 here, the West Tigers looking for their first. They play back to Brooks now. And Toa and Garner. And Bolton Moylan. Nice read, and then Brayley comes over to help. Last play. Madden. And they've got the ball back here, but nothing really doing. And the Sharks looking to counter through Sione Katoa. Look at his foot. He's blinding with his feet. And he links up here with Talakai, who steamrolls Nofaluma. And an attacking kick by the Tigers ends with Cronulla 25 short of the halfway line.
Yeah, great work by Katoa. Tigers might just have to adjust where they go. They come to the right here and looking for Luke Garner, who just doesn't have the speed of a centre. And when you go to the other side, Alex Seyfarth, he's a good player.
I think Katoa gets clipped here. Yep.
James, we're not arguing on a penalty.
Error, penalty. Not the combination you want if you're a Tigers fan.
Brayley. And the pass from Hamlin Newelly to Nakora. These forwards love passing amongst each other. It's great to watch. Now the big prop, Hamlin Newelly, carts it up, one out that time. 30 metres short. Down a short side, Moylan. Away to Ramian. Katoa in the corner. Cuts back infield. And goes over to score.
A beautiful short side play. Great try, Katoa. But Moylan, beautifully played. And we just have a look at the high shot. Just break down this try. Third man going back there. We just pause it right there. The defence comes up here, but the winger is back. He's dislocated from his centre. And then the ball will go out, which gives Ramian time, roll it, catch, pass. Ken Mamalo's back. I don't know why he was back there. And then Katoa. Isuzu MUX replay. Really poor edge defence there. Mamalo, I don't know why he was back. We just gave Ramian time to catch and pass. Worrying silence for the Tigers. Billy Slater.
Yeah, I love the way that Matt Moylan and Nicho Hynes changed things up. Nicho Hynes is the right half-back and Matt Moylan plays on the left-hand side of the field. But on this occasion, Moylan slips over to that right-hand side of the field. And in the first try, Nicho Hynes was on the left. So very hard to defend against, very hard to prepare for when you've got both halves swinging around the field.
Where was Gildart then? Because Brooks was defending as a centre.
Gildart might have been a marker.
Number one priority defensively on a short side, you have to number up. If they've got 4 attackers, you need 4 defenders.
Having another good afternoon, Nicho Hynes. And sweet strike, but just swings across the face.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sweet.
Look at that. The drone shot from high above the ground here.
Time you
It's
run.
become a lively precinct around here. There's development over the back of the one grandstand. And if you're a real Sharks fan, you'll be able to buy an apartment and watch the footy from your balcony.
Is that Chinese restaurant still open in the other grandstand?
The King one, I don't know.
I think ScoMo's over there now having a feed.
In fact, I think the Leagues clubs closed temporarily while they're building all these apartments.
So I think a shopping centre's gone behind as well.
Right.
Alex, get up!
If you're an entrepreneur, Andrew, and you own one of those apartments when they build them, you could sell tickets to your balcony if you're really keen. Make an earn. It'll be a lovely little spot. Oh, good ball and good read, Little.
There's a few grounds in England they do that. I'm pretty sure they do that
A lot with the cricket.
at Headingley.
So 10-0. The Sharks well in command here. Oh, good run, Mamalo. Now Wilton is a bit ginger after that. He's
gone.
He's gonzo.
Yep, he's gone.
He'll be HIA shortly. Offload there by Tamo and off Angawi. They're all standing still, the Tigers. Now, Wilton's trying to con everyone that he's okay, but
Well, he's still wobbly. They've got to get him off now. This is when players can get really hurt, when they're wobbling and their timing's out.
Brooks is going to run. And dishes a pass away safe after he's tackled, and this will be Teague Wilton, I'd imagine.
Who was it? Independent doctor, guys. Stop for Sharks. Number 12. Who was it? Teague. Independent doctor. This is the last one. It's the the last here. Yep. Yeah.
Cameron McInnes is
Guys,
about
we give it 10. Back
to enter
foot
the game
line.
for the first time for Wilton. Gigantic
James,
bench
don't need
for the
to-
Sharks. McInnes, but then you've got Fafita, Jack Williams and Royce Hunt. They're all giants.
Last one. Go.
Madden bangs that well up into the sky, but taken so nicely by the ever-safe Will Kennedy.
Stand now, two. Hold with me, guys. Hold. Go one. Alex, stand up. Wait.
So McInnes with his first touch. He's Talakai. Tamo tried to get him before he hit top gear, and they bring him down. Moylan to Hines, Ramian straight around Gildart. He didn't pass to Katoa. Ramian goes himself and up over the halfway. They're finding a lot of yardage on their right-hand side, the Sharks outfit.
Jesse Ramian's got that strength like Katoni Staggs, which is just incredibly hard to tackle one-on-one. Just all power.
Last one. Go. Last.
Short side again, and Moylan loves working a short side to Mulatalo. Kick back on the inside. Talakai's after it. Madden's there. He waits.
Off Tigers. Blake stays out.
Okay,
He's
he
passive.
batted it over the back there, Madden. He couldn't hang on any longer.
Yeah, they had a real opportunity here on this short side. I think it was William Kennedy. If he pushes, they're hanging back a little bit. Talakai missed his assignment. With that space, if they were all pushing up there, that would have been try time for sure. Beautiful skills. Get the grubber in. And have a look at the space here. They're backing off. They had 4 on 2 there, the Sharks.
Time you run.
Talakai missed his assignment.
These wingers in there kicking now, Brad. Well, back when you were playing in your early days, the wingers wouldn't even have thought about kicking the ball, would they?
They weren't allowed to kick. Be taken straight off.
Glorious little touch there by Mulatalo.
Did you ever see Wendell kick?
He played a whole rugby career and didn't kick it.
Go one. Watch regrip here, Joe.
Kennedy. Oh, Nakora steamed onto it. Brooks, that's safe half 2 out there. And now here goes Hamlin Ueli. They're running with real purpose, aren't they? It's 10-0, but for how much longer? Brayley for Talakai, back on an angle. 12 came up with nothing there. Talakai still driving towards the line.
It's a beast.
The Hill thought he was nearly over. Some late intervention there by To'a, and they've dropped the ball under the sticks.
Short of the line, knock on, guys. We've got to
Yeah, nice defence by the Tigers. Brayley went for the risky pass to these leading front rowers. They're not easy. Jacob Little stood his ground. The thing that's in favour of the Tigers at the moment, it's only 10-0. Just got to get their ball out of their end. See if they can come up with an error. A nice kick.
All right, let's go, bind in.
This is where your halfback and your 5'8" is so important. If you just get
Heads down, Will, please.
something special. Get people in position early,
Hey!
and then just finish that set off with a little bit of class. If you have a look at the Tigers from a high shot, they're all just behind the play of the ball.
Here's the Peach. Started his NRL career here at Cronulla all the way back in 2013. He's one short of the 50 tries in the NRL.
Move down! Hold. Hold! Last one! Wait. Alex.
Oh, Madden was under pressure there by Brayley. Chased hard from Marker, but it's a good kick, and Kennedy allows it to bounce. Couldn't have bounced any better for him.
He moves nice, doesn't he? William Kennedy.
And Ramian, geez, he's fancy himself taking them on one-on-one, isn't he? There's yardage on that side of the ground through the roof. Now Moylan up against the big boppers. Off Hangawi there, gets him one-on-one. Now Andrew Fafita. Played in every game this year. His career was teetering on the brink there a couple of times. In fact, he was very seriously hurt, you remember, last year. Nico Hines sends it up. Mulatalo, he's allowed to make a catch at that, and he flops a pass around the corner, which was dived upon there by Luke Garner.
I might go down to Billy about the kicking from outside backs when they kick on short sides.
Yeah. Joey, it's something that they practice now. All these wingers and centres, they kick when they make a little line break. You see Ronaldo go down, catch, and put it on the foot in the one motion. But the Sharks are having a field day down short sides at the moment. They're taking advantage of the inexperience of Stafford Toa at fullback. They're getting outnumbered. They've got to get their numbers correct on the short side before they worry about anything else.
So that's a fullback's job, you're saying, Bill, to organise a short side defence?
And it's the easy place to get organised. The shorter the number, the easier the organisation. And Matty Moylan, he's just going to the well every single time.
Here's Peachy. And offhand Gary ran through a hole and he didn't want to run behind him. Comes back into the middle. 12 metres Cronulla's side of the halfway. Here's Luciano Leilua. Look at that. What a good run. They're up to the 20 here. The closest they've been in a while. Peachy. Away to Madden. And short past Seapath.
There's that hole just on his left-hand shoulder there. That Cronulla outside edge. They keep coming up past the ball.
Oh, Madden threw it on the boot, nearly missed it, and then the second kick lands straight with Cronulla.
Talk about that edge defence. I think it's more a halves job to number up. Sitting at number 3 in defence from the edge, you get a really good idea of where everyone should be. You're pretty much the one that moves or you're dragging a player over. I think the fullback more looks after the forwards as they're coming back from a tackle. That's their main job.
Hines pulls the trigger from deep inside the 40. Nofaluma rushed back. McInnes leading there on the kick chase. Hines down there. Moylan there. No way to go. Absolutely no opening at all. And Ramian in there to make the tackle on Stafford Toa. Now Mamalo.
Now Andrew. Gents here and hold.
Fafita part of the tackle. Now Alex Twal, 93 games in the NRL and still has not scored a try. An update on the HIA, Billy?
Yeah, some good news for the Tigers. Kalmatau-Lungi, he has come back on the field. He's passed his HIA. He's out there.
All right, thanks, Billy. Look at that. It was a nice little play there. Good pass around the corner off Angawi. And Madden, as he went to catch it, just had the ball dislodged.
It was better. Getting a big man one-on-one and then some late support.
So he's back out there. Kalmatau-Lungi.
Come on, Blake. Head down. Head down.
He's a real
Hold the
weapon.
weight there, Britton. Break.
Manly bound at the end of the season, if you can believe it. And Hines. Look how far he's run there before the defence has moved. He's run for 15 metres.
So he's got the ball in 2 hands. Same as Katoa there. Just the pass is always an option with Nico.
Come on, hold.
Fafita playing on to Finucane.
Joe, get up! Hold it, hold it.
Off Angawi, part of the tackle, so too Peachy. Fafita puts the big fend on Twal, who comes again and makes a tackle around the legs with Brooks. Just under 8 left before the break. A couple of tries here for Cronulla already, and Williams in his first game of the season. 2 metres out from the line. Brayley away to Moylan, playing out the back. Kennedy pokes it through to the in goal. It's covered. Toa has to whack it in touching goal, but there's more pressure coming for the Tigers.
Now they are out on their feet, the Tigers. They're big men. Body language not great. one of these halves for the Sharks, Moylan or Hines, just gets the ball and just takes a couple of these big guys on. I think there's going to be try time for them. A lot of joy.
Yeah. Watch for anything here.
Showed some nice patience. There weren't too many quick play of the balls.
Let's go.
They're just happy to get a restart.
Time it.
Makes it a bit easier when you're bringing the ball 30 metres out. Allows you to get a quick play of the ball and a bit of speed over the line. That really brings Moylan and Nico Hines into play their run.
He's mad, Cameron McInnes.
Did you hear that impact?
He forgot to look in the mirror when he left this morning. He thought
No tackles.
One of those funny mirrors as he looks 6'8".
he's thinking he's 110 kilo.
I want to get one of those.
He's playing left edge. Hines goes at them. That's off a Tiger. Went backwards. And so they've got the ball back.
Just they can't find that last pass, can they?
Andrew, wait.
You know what? They're seeing too much. There's probably too many opportunities they're seeing.
Andrew. Wait here.
I was talking about if you can just amass that quick play of the ball a bit further out from the line, it brings their run into play. There's a bit of a miracle pass on the end of it. But they most surely don't feel very threatened by the Tigers coming out of trouble. They don't have much energy and there's not much ball movement.
Madden, he's going to kick from inside 40. Katoa racing back there. That was a good kick by Madden. But Katoa can run out past his 20 before he's met there by Jacob Little, and Brooks down there to help as well. It's only 10-0. For all the momentum Cronulla has had, really, since the kickoff, the scoreboard is manageable. Farukin. McKaylee in 20 is on the ground, a late inclusion. One-handed offload. Brayley away to Jack Williams. It's his 70th NRL game and first of 2022. It's an indication of the strength they've got that Jack Williams hasn't cracked the 17 for the Sharks until today. McInnes got the ball back. Now Kennedy kicked it off the knee, I think, and swooped upon. Nope.
He comes across.
And Chaser knocked out of the way.
Comes across his line.
I was talking to Craig Fitzgibbon before the game, and we're just talking about...
Hang on, they're going to challenge this.
Chids, we're on tackle 6. Tigers challenge the escort penalty on Will Kennedy.
Well, he's moved, but not much. Without a doubt, he's moved. Joe Offengowie has moved towards the line that Will Kennedy's running. That's him on the right-hand side of Will Kennedy.
No, it's Leilua. Was both of them.
No, that one there.
That's McKaylee.
Thomas McKaylee has turned into the line of Will Kennedy on the chase. Challenge is unsuccessful.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked at it, they cleared it,
Sure.
and then they
Billy,
went to that.
what can you tell us down there?
Yeah, Teague Wilton has passed his head injury assessment. He will be back this afternoon.
Wait, you tapping? Okay,
What'd you do here, Freddie?
Well, they got a tap.
Well, I was saying before, I spoke to Fitzy before the game, and he realised some of these games are harder than you think. You're expected to win by a lot, not just a little.
Ooh.
Things don't always go that right for you. He said he'd be happy with winning with a field goal. I would have taken the 2 points. I'd take every point available.
Hines, what about the pass by Hines? Ramian for Katoa. He's got a second. That was glorious. That was just beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. Players in motion, ball in front, but they use William Kennedy as a decoy to draw out the outside defenders. Isuzu MUX replay. We'll get the ball here to Nico Hines. If he just pulls it right there, you can see here William Kennedy coming at the back of this set play, which draws the centre, Gildale, out of the line. They go across the front to Ramian and gets a 2-on-1 on the outside. Beautiful hands, catch and pass. Right foot step, what a finisher Katoa is. It'll look great on this angle. Look at that. beautiful. Players in motion, select passing. Billy?
Yeah, that's great preparation by the Sharks. You see Nico Hines got the ability to pick up any number of players on his outside, pulls the trigger, gets the ball to Ramian. Just watch him here. He goes to the line, and he's got 3 players outside him, but he picks the right man, Jesse Ramian, and he gets it to that man there, Sione Katoa. He's a professional finisher.
As much as you want to celebrate the great ball movement by the Sharks, you've got to talk about the poor defence by the Tigers. Oliver Gildart, who is a centre, and there's plenty of people playing out of position today for the Tigers. Jesse Ramian is giving him a bath.
Yeah.
You know, coming out of the line. Joey spoke about he's dislocated from his winger before on the other try. They're just giving nothing, that left edge in defence.
Time off.
Seconds.
Time you run.
He's got 2, Sione Katoa. He'll have eyes for a few more. That's the side where they're coming up trumps. And back comes Williams.
Hold now, Tom. Release it.
What would you say at half-time? What could you say to the Tigers? Maybe a real tough half-time for Michael Maguire trying to lift this team.
Well, what would you say?
Well, I don't know. I'm just trying to think what you'd say. I'd say he's... Because they've had opportunities. The Sharks have made some errors.
Middle. Shot clock on.
Well, you need to come up with something.
Yeah, that's what I'm just... Would you from a defensive side of things or from attack, or would you question...
I'm not sure if you can change their defence in a half-time talk. I think the one thing you can change is in attack. The left-hand back rower line is the one I'd be aiming to.
Jesse Ramian gets up past his half there.
They need to score a try. They need to put some points on the board to get a little bit of confidence. And then the kick option, I'd have Mamalo going over the top of Katoa. That's all I'd be thinking about.
Stand, Brennan!
Was it Gus that came in and said, you get yourselves into it, you get yourselves out of it? Wonder if he's tried that one yet.
Cameron, Brennan! Hold!
I think the great Jack Gibson once walked into a Parramatta team and they had played pretty good the first half, and he said, well, you seem to know what you're doing out there. He walked out.
Stand out!
Well, here's a chance. A minute until the break here. Twal.
Last one! Hold square!
Here's the chance now. They're stacked right out to this right-hand side. Peachy's going to roll it through. Luciano, he was there. It was sitting there. He couldn't get it.
Well, that's set a 6 by the Tigers. No half or 5/8 touched the ball. Brooks did not touch the ball. There's something for you. Halves, get in, get your hands on the ball.
Hold!
Oh. Unfortunately, they missed it. It was a nice kick from Peachy. Talakai now. He's a tearaway. Even with those pink underpants on.
Now, watch out. There's still a couple of plays in the Sharks here before half-time. 20 seconds. And they're going to go towards that right-hand edge, although no chance there for Moylan to promote the ball. The outside defence rushed up. This will probably be the last play of the first half. Hines looks back into the middle. Kennedy with a dummy to McInnes, and he's tackled, and that will see us out for the opening half.
You surrendered, half-time.
So it's a shutout for the first 40 minutes. And Cronulla in front of a big An enthusiastic home crowd. It's a great scene down here in the Shire on Sunday afternoon. Sharks 14-0. Tigers with it all to do to get their first win of 2022. Can they find a way back here? 14-0, Cronulla at home, always difficult to beat. And as Craig Fitzgibbon points out, they had a couple of opportunities that they probably didn't execute as they might have liked. So the scoreboard is still manageable for the Tigers, but they'd have to find something creatively to give them a chance here. Bearing in mind they didn't score a try last week, so haven't scored a try since first half of round 3, believe it or not.
Thomas, Jacob!
So Talakai's been a handful again, and Andrew Fafita. That's good aggressive defence to Lungy, who passed the HIA, and Luke Brooks, and Brooks is there again. Aiming up on McInnes. 8 metres out from the halfway. Nakora.
Last one, Toru!
The Sharks can get to the 5th tackle just in Tigers territory, and it's Hines who goes along the ground this time. Ooh, stuffed the tire. He started the game with a drop at the back. Oh!
Play on!
Oh, they didn't get the dummy half. Can you believe that?
Yes.
Get up now, Oliver! Go, one.
So pressure right on from the outset here. And Williams.
Help! Alex there!
Centre field.
Wait.
12 metres out. Twile the tackler. Brayley with a lovely ball to Moylan. And Wilton
Straight on now!
himself passed HIA in the first half. Moylan. Dummy to Fafita, dummy to McInnes, went out to Kennedy, and Hines here. Oh, good pass again. Excellent tackle. Mamalo, he read it nicely on the corner, but the ball comes back to Kennedy. The danger not elapsed yet for the Tigers.
Yeah, once again, it was Kennedy that kept the calm head.
They take off to the right-hand edge again, and Hines got it back here to Brayley. He fires it behind McInnes. They've got a 4-on-3 overlap out here. Moylan tries to sneak through himself. Can't get past Leilua. Here's a tackle 5. A kick by Brayley. It's bounced off a Tiger leg. Oh, no, it was a hand there. It's a knock-on. There's more tackles coming the Tigers' way.
Shot clock on.
It's like deja vu of the first half.
Sorry, Nico. Middle.
Tigers defending their line. Poor error after the kick. Madden gets his foot to the ball. It's Garner that gets the knock on. Once again, when the ball come back inside, it looked like the Sharks were getting all excited. It was Kennedy who just slowed it back down.
Let's go, come on.
Fitzy was talking about at that half-time break. He just wants some ball in play, bit of live game. He just knows if the Tigers, if they can get him into fatigue,
Head down.
they'll pretty much fall over in front of the Sharks.
Hold in, break.
So Moylan breaks left off the scrum. Talakai, oh, good defence. Just Madden threw himself there. And Toa as well for Fafita.
He's pulled the ball out.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
This could be a try.
Yes, Sheds. I've got no try. I believe Andrew's already lost control and a knock on before it's stripped.
Have a look at the way Fafita gets himself into space here, Freddie.
He just pirouettes, doesn't he?
As the ball's in the air, he sort of moves to the gap. Then he move off that left foot. Sort of spins out of that challenge. And then Twile gets in there. He loses control there, and it goes into...
He's only 115, 120 kilo, Joey. Look at that. Tucks in the left hand, pirouettes.
I spoke to him down in Wollongong a couple of weeks ago.
Andrew Fafita has lost the ball forward into the defender at this point. We have a decision.
I said, mate, you're looking slimmer. He said, yeah, I've dropped down. I said, what are you weighing? He said, 120. I said, remember that Origin game where he just carved him?
Another Suncorp.
He was 128 kilos. That
Scrum,
game.
guys. Middle. Scrum.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it's a miracle, and wonderful for him he's out there, because his career has been on the line with knees and whatever. And look, it was touch and go for him last year when he had that terrible bleeding in the lungs, didn't he? It was a knock around the throat or something. And I think if it wasn't for the intervention of a doctor who was listening, I think, to some media coverage, that got to the hospital and saved his life. Yeah. He needed emergency surgery, so it was really very scary for he and his family.
Stand square! Wait! Matt Moylan off the arm!
Madden for Leilua. That's nice. Garner now.
Yeah, good things happen around Leilua.
Not late.
Madden will bang it up in the air. Mamalo's over this side. Katoa there too. It's beaten everyone. Kenny, got to pick it up.
Ken.
Yeah.
Ken.
Where do you want? Play the ball. Middle, play the ball. Sharks. Jack, just before the line.
What's Ken looking at?
What's he doing?
Jack, take a step back, mate.
Ball hits the ground.
Kenny.
Kenny, just
Kick
pick
it,
it
Ken.
up.
Kick it.
Pick it up, Kenny. Won't bite you, mate.
Come on now, Alex.
I'd have a microphone in the coach's box.
No, we wouldn't. No 7-second delay here.
Up now. You locked him in. Jesse, you're locking him in. Thomas.
He wouldn't be happy Craig Fitzgibbon.
I was thinking the same thing.
What was his terminology? Talking about getting in the live game, which means keeping the ball in play and
Bring a bit of fatigue into the game and get into some rhythm. If you watched the game the other night, the Broncos and the Roosters, there was one forward pass in the first 13 minutes. Just live game, just getting some rhythm, and the quality of the game just lifts and allows you to find some fatigue plays, weak combinations. Yeah, this is the worst start possible for the coach.
So start for Tua now. And now Talangi. Another powerful run. Picks up 10 metres or so. McInnes is in there. Williams as well. Little looking right. Peachy with the link work. Madden tried to get in and away from Moylan. It gets to Leilua. All he sees is blue jumpers and no open space. Middle of the ground, 15 short from the Cronulla line. It's only 14-0. If they can jag a try here out of something, it gives them a little bit of enthusiasm. 14-0 in the modern game is not a big score at all. Madden now, firing it out to Brooks. Brooks with a cutout ball. Nofaluma bumped off one defender, but he had nowhere to go after that. Plays it back here. It'll be a Brooks high kick. And aimed towards the post. It's taken on the full. And Nakora with the catch, and back they come. And there's no one in front of Kennedy. Kennedy, the only player there was Tyrone Peachy. If he didn't make the tackle, Kennedy goes the length and scores. Peachy, the only Tigers player who was onside from the restart. Here goes McInnes. There are some very weary Tigers out there now. Cronulla might be poised to strike here. Brayley, he milks a set restart from McKaylee, who hadn't got onside at marker. Moylan for Hines. Look at this. They've got them cutting the ribbons out here. Talakai catch and pass. Oh, that's too easy. It's another one. Mulatalo gets his name on the board, and there is some very despondent Tigers out there. If you're a Tigers fan, you might be fearing the worst here. 18-0 and a kick from in front.
Yeah, they ripped through the middle of the field, the Sharks, and then the ball comes to the left and really dawdling through their play, catch and pass, and some flimsy, terrible defence on the edge. Mulatalo goes over.
What about that? What about the Margaret just laid all over it?
Breaking after the kick as well. 10 seconds. Oh, there's no complete tackle.
He's one of the favourites of the Shire, Ronaldo Mulatalo. The fact he brought the ball back under the goalpost just tells you a little bit about the Tigers at the moment. But Will Kennedy, look at this, just that little spurt of speed. End up creating the space on the outside for the winger, but just got everyone on their back foot. And the fact he put it under the post.
Andy had time to wave to the crowd, Freddie. So it's 20-0 now.
Stay on, guys.
And
time to run, Kelma.
Some very despondent-looking West Tigers out there.
Time it.
Brooks resumes the battle and taken by Moylan, and back he comes. The trimmed down 120-kilo Andrew Fafita.
No more.
I've got to say the crowds are getting harsh on their goal kickers. Nico hasn't had much luck,
Come on, Jacob.
but the crowd give him an awful ribbing. I was out at Penrith the other day and the crowd were into Nathan Cleary.
I know.
Their favourite son. Belly.
Yeah, the detail on the Sharks' shape is so different to the Tigers. They're creating opportunities, but I must say Michael Maguire would be really disappointed with the urgency of his team. You know, Luke Brooks didn't get to dummy half in the first set. And there was a 20-metre tap that no one got back to defend it, and then Mulatalo runs underneath the goalpost as a bomb goes up here.
Oh, good take.
Stafford Toa does a really good job, but the urgency in the Tigers is just not there at the moment.
I thought you were held there, guys. You had ya. Go. Stand squad! Hold!
Well, that's the only way they were getting out of their half there.
Kick it. Fast, 10 metres.
Kick it. And they get down there, Tigers.
Let's go.
The big men, when they're rolling forward, they've got to find another gear. They've got to run a little bit harder.
On his foot.
The dawdling. You've got to get there quick.
Hold here.
The defence has got their defensive line set. So you've got to sprint down and get that ball in quickly.
Yep.
No urgency whatsoever.
Stand now!
Look at the metres gained. It's almost double Cronulla against the Tigers. They are remarkable stats. Peachy dragged down now.
Andrew! Hold! Wait!
And off Hangawi, who's gone out there. McKaylee taken from the field after that 6 again, which helped contribute to the last try. 6 more. Alex Twal.
Jack, get up!
Come on, the Tigers.
Peachy away to Brooks. Well,
Like, it's in slow motion.
Brooks thought about kicking through. Nofaluma started sprinting through the line looking for something, but it's all come unstuck there. Here's Madden now. Inside pass to Leilua, who can offload, but there's no one really there around him.
There are players around him.
And they set up left this time. Peachy, one-handed pass. Here's Little, thought about a kick. Madden, ball goes 2 metres behind Gildart, who steps away from Sione Katoa and gets to Britton Nakora, and he's tackled here just outside the 10. 4th tackle. Brooks, he's going to kick early and shapes one towards the in goal. Mulatalo, he's going to get back.
Stand now!
He's a brilliant athlete, Mulatalo. I know there wasn't great kick chase, but his athleticism there was brilliant.
Yeah, he's world class. World class.
Billy, did you put that kick chase on your effort list?
That went straight on the list.
Oliver now!
And I'll make the video on Monday morning too.
Well, it won't be long before you're doing that, Bill, if you're not already.
Jacob off the ball!
Here's Royce Hunt, who has only had 12 minutes of NRL action so far this year. Played in the opening game of the season against the Raiders.
Last one!
Tolman left out of the 17 this afternoon. I'm wondering if that's more trying to get some football into Jack Williams and Royce Hunt. Spiral kick from one side of the field to the other by Nico Hines, and back comes Nofaluma. He gets around Talakai, but it gets to Mulatalo, and Talakai's going to throw him up in the old King One if they didn't call held. He'd have him on the Bay Marie in no time.
Together now, team!
He'd get through a bit at the weekend, I reckon, see for Talakai.
Oh, wouldn't he want? Imagine
Oh, not you again.
in
He really said it's broke.
In the old days, he'd love up the sizzler.
You're barred.
And the buffet would shake.
Here's
That's better,
Mamala.
Ken.
Together,
Wind up.
straight away! Hold! Go three. Blake, square up! Stand now! Hold! Go three.
Little. The dash of speed, offload here to Twal. They're not causing too many dramas here.
Release!
Fourth plate, Royce Hunt, who is he'd accompanied Seaford at the buffet.
Last one!
They are just a massive forward pack. Madden, here's Kenny.
Talk to me, tackle complete.
Ah, yes, the State of Origin series. Thanks to Ampol, tickets are on sale. Be there live to witness Australia's greatest sporting rivalry in Sydney, Perth and Brisbane. Tickets are selling fast. Head to nrl.com/tickets to secure your tickets.
Alex, not up with it!
Think about Origin in Perth and you think back to Turbo, just soaring through the air and taking those unbelievable high kicks.
Is that a hat-trick before half-time, Turbo? 40-20.
That's more than a 40-20. He's kicked that from his own 30, and Nofaluma just gets back there to get it. Away to Stafford Toa, and Hines, who put the kick through, is down there with Ramian, and he gets walloped on the kick chase back.
Wait!
I can't remember if it was a hat-trick before half-time. The coach might, but I remember it was pouring rain. Absolutely throwing it down.
Yeah, one of the Sharkies came on, played 5'8", Wade Graham.
Yeah.
Cameron
Big
now!
contributor.
Go three.
Pretty physical, Jesse Ramian.
Hands away, Matt! Go four. Play off.
Oh, Luciano,
Last one!
a dash from dummy half.
All the way.
Teague Wilton's been in the wars today. Copped another knock there. Brooks,
Outside, clear.
a wobbly old thing. Oh, you can throw anything at Will Kennedy.
Oliver now!
And Katoa, who got a double before half-time. Offloading here. Kennedy once again. Safety first. No thought of passing out wide.
Wait,
The
guys!
trainer with Britton Nakora.
Hold, guys, hold, James. Go two.
Yeah, he copped a knock in their last set. A big collision when he had the ball. He's looked a bit ginger ever since.
Hands off the arm! Go four.
Moylan for Talakai. Oh, Talakai is bundled over. Good defence.
He just got lay-lured.
Middle,
Luciano Leilua, you see the power he's got here. Spoke about Talakai in the pre-game, 17 tackle breaks. Look at this for a tackle. Nofaluma, Leilua. Come on, Tigers.
Matt! Matt! Okay, foot. Use your foot. Go.
Oh, no.
We'll restart it here.
Well, we've got an intruder.
Let him go, Joe.
It's just a middle. Set restart.
Robbie Farris. Oh.
Yeah, we will.
Throw him a jersey, the security guard.
Where was the female striker? Was that at the women's game?
How would we know? When?
Well, a woman ran on.
I think this bloke's losing his strides.
No,
Dragging him
they're
off.
coming off.
All right, this week on 9, 10:30 tomorrow, 100% footy. Gus Gow and the crew. Thursday night, well, it's getting must-win for Canberra, isn't it? They were beaten pretty soundly by Melbourne yesterday. They take on the Cowboys, and then Friday night footy will see South Sydney up against... In fact, sorry, early Good Friday football. My apologies. Good Friday, isn't it? We've got 2 games on Good Friday. We've got the early one with Souths and Canterbury. Now... and
I think the security guard who clobbered that bloke has just injured himself.
I've seen it all now.
Yeah, I think the security guard might need a HIA. Can we get the independent doctor here? Can you hear me in the bunker? We're just going to check on the security guard. So that flip that came on the field.
Yeah. We're going to take a break at 20 points to 0. Oh,
Here's another one. He's not game, he's off.
well, yes, the Bermuda Triangle's turned it on again on a Sunday. We've got more intruders on the field, so the players are getting a break.
Every time I come here, I'll see something for the first time.
Yeah. Is Billy down there? Billy? Yep, quick. Yep. Oh, there he is, giggling away.
I'm hiding, guys.
Just stay out of the way.
Get that flare out, Billy.
Someone get me my boots.
Disrupting the game. These flips coming on the field, they should just throw them in the bar down here where all the Sharks fans are open to beer and let them deal with it.
Yeah.
Now, before we get playback underway,
James,
tomorrow morning it's must-watch sport.
tackles.
The final round of the US Masters live from Augusta. Australia's Cameron Smith. He's trying to chase down Scotty Scheffler to win the title. The margin's 3 shots. Scheffler clear, but Smith, he's a noted fast finisher, and they'll be playing in the final group together. Can we get an Australian win the green jacket for the 2nd time? He has every chance, the Queenslander, and his family are there, and it's absolute compulsory viewing. 9's Wide World of Sports. Coverage starts from 4 a.m. on 9 Gem, but this could be one of the sporting stories of the year from Australia's point of view. It sounds like a lot, 3 shots, but in the final round of a major, it isn't.
You stood up and played
Good
out.
luck.
Knock on.
To Cameron Smith, Mad Bronco,
Let's go.
big Queensland State of Origin fan.
Freddie, can you describe
Shot
that
clock on.
set of 6 then by the Tigers? No, that pass hit him on the shins. There was a pass before that went behind a player and the ball went back 15 metres.
Come over a bit.
Just
Come over a bit.
the fundamentals of catching
Get
and
out 6.
passing.
Come on.
Billy Slater.
Let's go.
Yeah, well, everything we hear about Craig Fitzgibbon is all defensive orientated, and he'd be wrapped with this performance. It's 20-0 at the moment, and you think back last week, the Knights 18-0. So if they can make it 2 duck eggs in a row, well, the last team to do that was the Penrith Panthers last year. So maybe they're onto something special here at the Shire.
All right, Billy, that was a great bit of defence there from Tulangi to force the ball out of Kennedy. Mamalo playing it. Looping pass finds Brooks. And Tamo The fast play the ball there too on the back of a set restart. Off Angawi runs. And Madden to Leilua. 20 metres short. He played it quickly as well. They attack right, then they turn it back left where Stafford Tor is. 9 metres out. McInnes there, the tackler. Madden calling the shots. Away now for Brooks. Oh. That was positive build-up work, but they forgot to catch the ball.
Even on the back end of what Billy was saying as well, the Sharks gave them nothing. It looked like there was a little bit of kink over on the left-hand side. Here's Will Kennedy. That forced the error.
He's been strong, Tuolungi. Been strong all year. Both their back rowers. The two players who can hold their heads up high.
They're all working together, Sharks. Have a look. All their spaces are good. The right man comes up out of the line. If he missed the tackle, there was Nico and Jesse coming around the back. And the Tigers give a relieving penalty. This could hurt.
Well, it's got a bad feeling about this one, doesn't it? After an hour, the Sharks 20-0. Haven't really hit their straps at any stage, but they're doing it comfortably, and Hines will kick for the line, and right on halfway when the ball goes over into a cluster of Sharks fans. It's a great sight, isn't it? Look at all the black, white and blue out here.
There's no one going for the gates. Yeah. They're onto something good here, the Sharks fans. They know they've got a footy team. It's going to sit here and soak it up.
Think back to this time last year for Cronulla. It wasn't, I think it was after 6 weeks they decided to make a move on John Morris, who was taken out of the head coaching role because they knew that Craig Fitzgibbon was available and he was the man. Oh, there's an obstruction. And that was a decision that was met with criticism by a lot of the Sharks fans. I suppose they're seeing the fruits of that difficult decision now with Craig Fitzgibbon in the role, and he's been able to recruit well, as we know, and he's got a team that has itself entrenched inside the top 4.
He guys on his foot, not before. Hold for it.
He backed himself, Fitzy, made some big plays with different players. He had to release players to bring some in.
Stand, Cameron!
A couple of big contracts for Nuke and Nico Hines. There's plenty of interest in Nico, but Fitzy made it work.
Release! Wait.
Madden across the ground. Bit of room here for Leilua. Moylan got in his way, and then in comes Talakai. And then he dropped off because Moylan was trying to strip it, but the tackle's completed just outside the 30. Jock Madden, and here's James Tarmo. Lost the ball. Lost it. No interference from the Sharks.
It's when you hit the ground. Shot clock on. Where do you want it? Middle? Middle?
Well, next week, Nico Hines and Dale Finucane will be playing against their old club, and it'll be first versus second. Well, look at that. Both on 8 points and both with the same differential, though the Panthers still have a game in hand against Canterbury, the late game this evening. But they'll be next to each other on the ladder. And Finucane and Hines head to take on Melbourne down at Amy Park.
There's a high shot from Brooks here on Katoa.
Not far, Nico, not fast, not far. Luke.
Gee, I'd reckon Hines and Finucane are giving themselves every hope of going down there and beating their old club.
Well, that's a tough one for Brooks. He falls into the arm. I think he'll be fine with that one.
It's that old rivalry again. Cronulla and Melbourne.
A little bit of different swagger about this Melbourne team compared to the last. But I think they play a style of footy that can upset Melbourne. They move the ball. they complete. Well, they haven't today, but they get the basics right. There's plenty of attack in them, plenty of tries in them.
Well, as I said in the intro, that coming into this, the Sharks are the best defensive record in the competition. They haven't leaked a point here again today. Here's big Royce Hunt. He runs at 15 metres and they can't put him on the ground. Ball goes to Moylan, out for Hines now. He'll poke it towards the end goal. A check for McInnes. Ramian after it. Kenny got back there.
Tigers.
Yeah, nice work, the Sharks. Move the ball 2 passes wide, which brings up the outside defence, and then they find a gap to get it through. Goes wide to Nico Hines. Threads the needle, builds pressure.
How we going? Okay.
Oh, Kenny, up you go, Ken. Oh, he tapped it back for Hines. The first one he's jumped that all afternoon. Oh, it's a cruel game sometimes. Here's Hamlin-Uele. They couldn't have executed that any better, except there were no Tigers there to get the tap back. Oh, McInnes. Is that all you got, he says. And Brayley out for Hines. He stepped away there from Tamo. He's playing chicken with the traffic. Look at him. Oh. And 12's there to wrap him up. Centre of the 20-metre line. They play left. And out through Rudolph. And now Moylan and Talakai. Just finished his sweet and sour pork. And out of the King one. Here he comes. Here he comes. Oh, he only got there.
Last one. Hold the line. Go.
Oh, Peach has dropped it. Back for Cronulla. Over. I think it's a try. Toby Rudolph.
I hope it's a try to Toby Rudolph.
Yes, yes. Okay, Chids. Got no try. We're back to tackle 0. I believe there's a first knock-on off Tyrone in goals, then off Toby Rudolph.
Well, he kicks it high. Normally, Brayley kicks his ball on the ground. They're all on side.
At the point of the kick, Sifik Talakai is the only player in front having played the ball.
So Poochie gets the ball and it goes forward.
Ball is knocked on by Tyrone Peachy.
Toby Rudolph knocks the ball
Into
to Poochie's arm. So this will be Sharks ball. Goes forward. It's Toby Rudolph.
Ball then hits the arm of Toby Rudolph and contacts Tyrone Peachy again for a double knock on. We have a decision.
Well, he tried to sell it
Field
to Toby, didn't he? But
Scrum, boys.
the bunker doesn't fall for
Scrum,
that.
Sharks feed.
Sharks feed.
First one's off Tyrone. Scrum, Sharks feed. First knock on off Tyrone. Scrum, guys.
He is the best.
Get a lock. One more. Yep. Okay. Make sure we wait here. Dave, not wait for the break call. Time on. Hold it.
Ronaldo, he's your man.
Oh, Talakai! A bruising run straight at Stafford Toa.
You could hear that impact up here.
Here's Moylan and Finucane.
Oh! Straight away, Alex! Hold it.
7 metres out from the Tigers line. The ball from Hamlin-Uele away to Hines, now to Kennedy, and now to Ramian. They're all going backwards. Ramian, that is just far, far too easy.
Joey,
it
good.
was lovely backline play at pace, but the defence Telstra is retreating. They're almost behind their goal line. 24-0.
Well, there's a shot to the left. Mulatalo had plenty of space on the Isuzu MUX replay. It didn't look like too much on, but you just see the way they fan out, running sideways at speed, trying to use up every bit of the ground, and Ramian ends up using his strength.
Well, the left centre Gildart, Freddie, near falls over. He's backing off that quick. Watch it. He near trips over. I don't know where they go from here, the Tigers, Freddie. But the worrying thing is it rock bottom? It could be more. Just watch the reaction of the players. Here they go up and then sliding backwards on their own line. Gildart near falls over. And then just Mamalo puts an arm out. But the reaction of the players after it. Heads were down, players on all fours on their haunches, and just no connection whatsoever with each other. They're all on their own.
Yeah, not a good feeling. Not a good feeling. They'd be embarrassed. They're confused. I'm sure they don't know how to get out of this.
So Hines, another great game. Look at that, 137 running metres for a halfback. Well, that is a lot of yardage.
He runs a lot, doesn't he, for a halfback? It's good to see sometimes when things aren't on, halfbacks like just to move it to one of their forwards to take the knock.
Yeah.
He'll hold it and jink around and take a bruise for his teammates, which then builds great trust between the halfback and his forwards.
I think you'll build a good relationship with Brendan Okora. Sean Johnson and Brendan Okora had a great combination.
He hasn't quite been on with the boot from out wide today.
Time off. He's coming quick.
He's out here. I don't think they're not reacting. This is Gildart.
Go to 10. Jury, go to 10. Go to the 40.
Here we go. 5, 4,
Stay on!
24-0. Katoa. Oh, no, I thought he was about to run down the sideline. Gildart was just in his way before he's dropped the ball. Penalty.
Ken.
No challenges.
Well, look, the Tigers fans have had to tolerate a lot of negativity. I think it's probably appropriate to ask the question, given they're about to lose their 8th game in a row, going back to 2021, gentlemen. That's a club record. I'm wondering how much more the Tigers fans can take. Are you seeing any positivity? Are you seeing any trajectory here would suggest there's improvement to come?
No, not at all. And the worrying thing is, I don't know if they've hit rock bottom yet. That's the worrying thing.
Hands away now!
But they just have not threatened at all today with the ball.
Oh, look at this. Holes everywhere. McInnes throws a dummy. McInnes gives it away to Kennedy. And the floodgates are really about to open in the Shire.
Well, if anyone's deserved a try, it's been Will Kennedy. Beautiful work here by the Sharks. The outside defence of the Tigers, after being stripped only a minute ago on the Isuzu MUX replay. This time Hines plays short, supports back on the inside, but McInnes doesn't need him just yet. But Kennedy was there when he did need him. Once again, there was threats around the back. You can see Kennedy coming around the back, took the attention of the defence. McInnes finds the space. Billy Slater, and he finds Will.
Well, everyone knows their role. Everyone's running with great timing, great intentions, and they all know their role. And Cam McInnes gets the ball on this occasion. The last try to Jesse Ramian, Cam McInnes ran the decoy and created the space for these outside men. This time he gets the ball. Just watch everyone performing their role. Royce Hunt, Nico Hines gets the ball. Cam McInnes knows exactly where his halfback's getting to. And then, like all good fullbacks, Kennedy's on the outside. It's great football. They're defending really well and they're working really hard on their attack and their timing, and there is so much clarity in this Sharks team at the moment.
Well, defensively then, Brooks went in and Gildar was going out. Just no communication at all defensively. That was really poor.
Ah, that's better, Nico.
Time to run! 2, 1. Stay on!
Will Kennedy is one of the Sharks' best every week, just so consistent. And here's a run. Whoa! Big Royce.
Straight on, Tyrone! Hold it, mate. Hold it. Go, Marcus.
And now Dale Finucane.
Joe, no more!
At 9 Now is your home of all things rugby league. Stream Nine's NRL games live or catch up with full match replays of every game. Plus, we've also got you covered with all of our new NRL minis. An extended highlights package of all the games. It's all free on 9 Now. So a mistake by Cronulla and the Tigers with fraction over 8 minutes remaining would at least love some points here. Offhand Gowie out to Madden, who's willing. He buzzes around, and you can see he's an energy sort of player, but it's not working for them at the moment. Nofaluma for Garner. Garner is shoved over. Great defensive result by the Sharks, and look at them. Even Katoa on the far wing is sprinting over to be part of this huddle.
Look, the game's won, but then watch the reaction when they get Garner and they hold him up. Watch the reaction from the inside. Watch the defenders for the Sharks sprint to the threat. And we get an overlap on the outside. Talakai goes low. But then look at them surging from the inside. All working together. And then a reaction after it. And Luke Garner, he's not happy.
I think too many Tigers are, Joey.
Dale, use your foot.
It was a great example of defence.
Use your foot.
Of just their spacings and their movement together. Someone comes forward and there's just a fan on the inside. Never been disconnected.
Release.
Well, the Sharks have been okay today. If they were on, this could have been really ugly.
Joey, what's the circuit breaker for the Tigers here? Like, there's a lot of speculation about the coach, and as I said, it's a club record losing streak here. Without, I don't know if you want to make a comment, but how do they at least try to change the trajectory of where the club's going? 40-20 attempt is going to roll close. Oh, he's got over the sideline, Nofaluma.
Already out then?
Well, you got to back your
Play the
defence.
ball. Already out.
And everyone, individuals or teams, everyone goes
Play the
through
ball,
slumps.
guys.
And you just got to back your defence. As individuals, but also as a team, get out there and just rip in defensively, and things come on the back of that.
But you've observed here that there's been some very fundamental errors defensively. You mentioned the last try, Brooks going one way, Gildart the other. Billy's talked
short
about
sides,
the
not
short
numbering
side
up
defense.
on short side.
What does that come back?
He's a defensive coach, Michael Maguire, and he's had great success with South Sydney. He won a comp in England with Wigan. He won comps there. So defensively, they're doing the work. It's just they're not putting it out on the field, whether under pressure or under fatigue. They can't get it done. But if you can't get it done, he's just got to move on. Like today, this guy's dead set not having a crack at it.
Hines. Oh, gee. Hines has gone through the middle of them. At least they got back there to push him back. He looked like he was about to score, nearly untouched Nico Hines. Just outside, 5 minutes remaining now. And Hines tackled under the black dot. Matt Moylan, he steps, he's in amongst the big fellas. Moylan, nearly turned over in the tackle. McInnes there. And Hamlin Ueli Brooks,
Good
big
tackle.
effort.
Great tackle,
What
Luke
a
Brooks.
tackle.
Is he all right? Yeah, mate.
Just threw himself at the
Shot
knees
clock on. Scrum middle.
of Hamlin Ueli. Saved a short
Scrum.
try.
Are you seeing effort from all the Tigers this afternoon, Brad, or
No,
are
it's
you
been
questioning
terrible.
it?
Well, the biggest thing is effort's one thing, but it takes effort to work together, work with someone. And there's no effort to do that. And you can't do it on your own out there. Billy?
Well, the Sharks players are enjoying this last 5 minutes, but there's 11,500 spectators here. It's a full house. That's at capacity. They're enjoying it too.
We got to wait.
Well, they're making noise that defies that crowd number, Billy. It feels like there's more than nearly 12,000 here. That they packed them in, and it's a sea of Shark jerseys. It's a great place to come and watch the footy of a Sunday afternoon.
And still, no one's leaving. They want to hear that song.
Cameron, no more.
That's the one, Brad. Madden, chip over the top. Just trying to race after it himself. Plenty of Sharks there.
You Milks, let him up, Luke.
And Ronaldo Mulatalo. Again, the two wingers after massive yardage games last week have backed up again this afternoon.
Another example, Braden. Hamlin Ueli just coming off. Just ran as fast as he could to get off. Fafita goes on for him.
James, give room.
He's had a big game.
Moylan, good hands. Talakai. And Mulatalo, another kick back infield. It lands with Garner for the Tigers.
On the way.
One for the crowd would be good.
Jeez, great skill there. Talakai. Yeah.
Let go.
Here's Kenny Mamalo.
Down, give room. Hold. Wait.
He's a long way from the wing there, Ken. Another tough afternoon for the Tigers.
Down, give space. Hold.
Feel for the fans at the moment. The club's in a real hole.
Last
Here's
one.
Musgrove.
Hold it, hold it.
A couple short of the halfway line. Peachy. Oop. Juggled by Madden. Bangs it up in the air. If there is any extenuating circumstances here, they're missing 8 of their regular squad, the Tigers, this afternoon.
Oh, that kick chase thing.
Here we are, here we are. Hold. Hold. Give room. Wait. Tyrone, go, Ty, you're off, Tyrone.
Oh, Williams.
Did he just swing a punch in at Ken McInnes?
Ken McInnes. Oh!
Tuolangi.
Yeah,
He's had a
Tyrone.
crack. He's had a crack.
Knocked back. Did you say Ken McInnes? You meant Ken Mamalo?
Cam McInnes.
Oh, I think Ken McInnes.
Tuolangi just
I
had
thought
a
we're
swing
going
at
back.
him.
We're going back to the
Jeez,
western suburbs.
He's got no teeth anyway, Cam.
Cam McInnes.
Give room, Andrew. Hold. Go, 3. Stand, Ruiz.
Last minute here.
Hold.
It's been a great afternoon for the Sharkies.
Last one, Jack.
Beautiful sunshine around Sydney, and the Sharks' performance has been terrific once again. Well, the outcome
Well, they're looking at running back the Sharks. There's a try on here.
Oh,
you're
Ken
kidding.
Mamalo!
Oh, that's cruel.
Oh, Kenny. He's tried everything, Ken, and he's jacked a try in the last minute.
Well, the
You're
crowd
right,
got
Freddie.
the try.
Looked like there's going to be a try. Just the other way around.
The crowd got the try they wanted on it. As soon as the MUX replay, you can see they were trying to sniff something. But Mulatalo just found the left hand of Ken Mamalo. There was definitely space here. Ken put his hand in the lucky jar. And he came up with a big cookie.
Oh, well, at least it's something. At least it's not a donut. You prefer the big cookie to a donut next to your name, don't you? 30 points to 4. Get the sense after this outcome there's going to be some fallout for the Tigers. But the Sharks march on. This is now their best start to a season since 2008. And Brooks leaves it to the right. So full time here at PointsBet Stadium, and Cronulla, they love it here, and they keep this great record recently against the West Tigers intact. They've won now 8 of their last 9 against them. Full time Sunday footy, Sharks 30, Tigers 4.